So today we'll see some previous year questions that were asked in JEE Mains based on the topic that is quadratic equation. Okay, based on this chapter, we'll see some previous year questions that were asked in JEE Mains. So if we see carefully to the question number that is 205, then we are given here two quadratic equation, that is alpha square equal to 5 alpha minus 3 and beta square equal to 5 beta minus 3. Okay, here we are given two equation, and here also one note is given, that is alpha is not equal to beta. It means the two roots are distinct. Okay, so we are we have to evaluate the quadratic equation such that alpha by beta and beta by alpha are the two roots of that equation. Okay, दोस्तों हमें ये एक क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन इवेलुएट करना है जिसका रूट्स अल्फा बाय बीटा होगा और बीटा बाय अल्फा होगा। तो ये क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन इवेलुएट करने के लिए हमें चाहिए सम ऑफ, तो if we see carefully generally then x square plus general form of quadratic equation, if we divide a square okay, if we divide a to the, then to write the quadratic equation we need two, here we need two values, that is the value of b by a and c by a. So here b by a is what? The sum of two roots of this equation. Okay, so let alpha comma beta are not alpha beta. Okay, let me write okay roots, two roots, then what? X plus y will be minus and xy will be c by a. Okay, so in order to write a quadratic equation we need two information, that is what will be the sum of that two roots and what will be the product of that two roots. If we have these two information, then we will be able to write the quadratic equation. Okay, so for alpha by beta and beta by alpha are the two roots of a quadratic equation, then we need what? We need okay, we need alpha by beta plus beta by alpha. It is, that is the sum of two roots. Now the product, that is it will be 1. So here we have product of two roots. So product of two roots will be 1. So this information, we have this information. We need okay this information. Okay, that is we have to find out the sum of the roots, that is alpha by beta plus beta by alpha. If we have this one, then we will able to write the general form of the quadratic equation. That will be what? X square, okay, square plus alpha by beta plus beta by alpha x plus product we are given, that will be 1. So it will be the quadratic equation. So from the given data we will try to evaluate. Okay, so we from the given question we know the value of alpha square and beta square. That is alpha square is 5 alpha minus 3 and beta square is 5 beta minus 3. So we'll just put this value. So it is 5 alpha minus 3 plus 5 beta minus 3 alpha beta alpha plus beta minus 6 by alpha beta. So we need the value of alpha plus beta and alpha beta. So if we'll have this, we need right now we need these two values, alpha plus beta and alpha beta. So if we carefully see the given equation, that is alpha square equal to 5 alpha minus 3 we are given, okay, beta square equal to 5 beta minus 3 we are given. From here you can write here, okay, beta square minus 5 beta. So clearly we can see that x square minus 5x plus 3 is a quadratic equation whose two roots are alpha and beta, are two roots of this equation. Okay, clearly you can see h, if we put alpha, then alpha square minus 5 alpha plus 3 equal to 0. Yes, it is true. And if we put beta in this equation, then beta square minus 5 beta plus 3, it is also 0. It means alpha and beta are the two real number that satisfy this equation. It means alpha beta are two roots. So if alpha beta are two roots, then we can conclude that alpha plus beta will be what? Minus b by a. So it will be 5. And alpha beta will be what? It will be product of, that is 3. Okay. So we got the value of alpha plus beta and alpha beta. We'll put these two value here. So it will be what? So here alpha by beta plus beta by alpha. It is 5 alpha plus beta. So alpha plus beta is what? We have evaluated. It is 5 minus 6 divided by alpha into beta. It is 3. So it will be what? 19 by 3. Now we'll write the general equation or the required quadratic equation, that is this one. Just we'll put here. Okay, so we'll just put here this value. Then we'll got our right answer. So it will be what? Then we got alpha plus beta. So it will be what? Product is 1. So the correct answer will be what? If we will see the option, okay, so it will be actually minus 19 by 3. Okay, it will be, why it will be minus 19 by 3? So the sum of roots, that is alpha. So general equation will be what? No, it is, no. It is true. Okay, so alpha by beta plus beta by alpha is 19 by 3. So general equation will be what? X square minus alpha beta plus beta alpha x plus 1 will be 0, which implies it will be x square minus 19 by 3x plus 1 equal to 0, which implies 3x square, okay, minus 19x plus 3 will be the correct answer. Okay, okay, instead of this plus, okay, it will be, okay, it will be the minus. Okay, so we solved this question. Now we'll see another one, that is, okay, if we see carefully, okay, so if we see carefully the question number 204, then we are given two quadratic equation, and the relation between them is that the sum, sorry, the difference between the two roots of equation 1 is equal to the difference between the two roots of equation 2. So given two equation here, that is x square plus b equal to, so we are given two equation here, and the relation between them is that the difference between the two roots of equation 1 is equal to the difference between the two roots of equation 2. So if alpha comma beta are two roots of equation 1 and x comma y are two roots of equation 2, then the given relation is alpha minus beta should be equal to x minus y. So here we will evaluate alpha minus beta and x minus y. Now I'm just writing here as well. So it will be what? Whole square So now what will be the value of alpha plus beta? Okay, if we observe carefully, then alpha and beta are the two roots of equation 1. So what? Alpha alpha plus beta is equal to what? Minus b by a. Here minus b is a. So it will be minus a. And alpha beta will be b. X plus y will be what? Minus b. And xy will be what? A. So just I will use this. So I will put alpha beta minus a in place of alpha plus beta and b in place of alpha into beta. So it will be what? Sorry. It will be a square minus 4b. It will be what? B square minus 4a. Now squaring both the side, we'll get what? Square minus 4b equal to b square minus 4a. It implies a square minus b square will be equal to 4 into b minus a. Basically, a minus b into a plus b is equal to minus 4 into a minus b. Now just cancel out these two, then have a plus b plus 4 equal to 0. It will be the final answer. So it is given in what? Option A. Okay, so it is the right option. Now we'll see question number 203 carefully. Okay, so when we see question number 203, then we are given a quadratic equation, that is t square a square plus modulus of x plus 9 equal to 0. Okay, if two real root exist, if two real roots of that equation exist, then if two real roots exist, okay, then what? There exists some x for which the value of this one will be less than 0. Okay, okay, it is true or not? So with the help of graph, we'll see that whatever I have said now is true or not. Okay, so here is a possible graph. Okay, so here is also a possible graph. It will be either upward parabola or downward parabola. So there exists some x here. Okay, so if we see carefully, then this portion, if the value of x lies in between this portion, then the value of the quadratic equation will be less than 0. You can clearly see like that. For the downward parabola, it is also true that there exists some x. Okay, so what, for some value of x lies in, sorry, not in this between, so the value of x now in this way, such that the value of the quadratic equation is less than 0. If it is upward parabola, then these are the value of x for which the value of the quadratic equation will be less than 0. And if it is downward parabola, then these are, okay, these are the value of x for which what, the uh, the value of the quadratic equation will be less than 0. So from the graph, from the given equation also, it is clear that it is a upward parabola. It is a upward parabola, right? Then this will be the x. Okay, so but if we observe carefully to the quadratic equation, that for there does not exist any x for which the value of this equation will be negative. Okay, if we take some positive real numbers, then this term will be positive. Okay, let me write, sorry, so t square x square plus mod x plus 9 to 0 for x greater than 0. Okay, for x greater than 0, what happens? This term greater than 0. Okay, it is already greater than 0. So this total value will be greater than 0. Now for x less than 0, okay, for x less than 0, it is true, and as it is modulus, so it will be also greater than 0. It is also greater than 0. Then the resultant will be greater than 0. So there does not exist any x for which the value of the quadratic equation gives us negative value. It means what? It means it is, from here we can conclude that there does not exist real roots of the quadratic equation. So what? C will be the right option. Okay. So that's all for today. We'll see in next video rest of the question.